Yeah, I imagine so. It'd be a pretty poor show if I didn't manage to get a few drinks down my neck this evening on this basis. No, it's an amazing thing, and I'm incredibly excited, incredibly honoured. I can't really believe it, actually. I think there's probably been some error, some bureaucratic error somewhere in the works, but I'm going to take advantage of it. Thanks for mentioning Stephen Fry first. That was the thing that gave me a clue. No, this is an incredible thing. As Graham says, it's close on 40 years since I first came to the Edinburgh Festival. 40 years and 50 years since I first saw really my comic idol when I was growing up, who stood in this spot, I believe, at the same time last year and accepted this beautiful piece of engraved perspex, the great Michael Palin. And the idea that I should be holding that same piece of perspex as Michael Palin is absolutely astounding to me. I cannot believe it. This. What else could I say? There have been so many. You know, it's like asking someone their favourite children. They're all my favourites. That's not true, actually. I've had some terrible experiences. But there have been so many, and it's been just an amazing ride, and I feel just incredibly lucky. I'm just a very lucky man.
I mean, I'm speechless.
All I could say is that I've just been phenomenally lucky, and now I'm getting a prize for being lucky. And that just doesn't seem remotely right. That is the funniest idea. If a movie was made of my life, I just so wish you luck trying to get finance for that particular project. I think Esther Rantzen would be the ideal choice to play me. Yeah. But of course the script would have to be right, because Esther's she's quite picky about that sort of stuff. But if we could shape it into something that she approved of, I think that would be the way to go.
I was up for this thing, and I was wearing a tailcoat, and it was all lots of trumpets and swords and men with feathers in their hats. And there's a chap who reads out your sort of citation for the award you're going to get. And the two people before me, they were two soldiers, these incredibly fit-looking young men, and he read out the citation, and it had come from a sort of boys' comic book from the 1950s. They had rescued orphans from a burning building while under machine gun fire, one of them losing his leg, reattaching it, losing it again. I can't remember. It went on and on and on. The bravery that they showed is absolutely astounding, and they won this gallantry medal. And then the chap said, and I didn't blame him for it, but I could just detect this sneer in his voice as he said, "For services to drama." And I thought, well, that's just ridiculous.
Well, but becoming a grandfather would be good. Looking forward to that if that ever happens. If I'm lucky enough if I'm spared. I don't really approve a bucket list, or at least I don't have one. I just sort of go day to day. Whatever pops up in the next day or week. I'm sort of like a goldfish. I've got no memory of what happened and no sense of what's going to happen. I'm constantly surprised by the goldfish bowl. Oh, I didn't know we had this bit. And then, oh, look, there's I'm just going around the bowl over and over again. We have, to some degree, stolen fire from the gods with television. And, it can warm us, but it can also burn our house down. And it's a very weighty responsibility and something that I know that we all take very seriously, but it nonetheless makes it an enormous honor to have been able to work in this endeavor for as long as I have, and I'm deeply, deeply grateful to you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.